G'day and welcome back, guys, to part 2 of the Tommy gun machining rotary broach. I've had the delivery of the kit from Glenn from Man Cave Metals. I've got this piece that's chucked up in the chuck. That would have been for the back plate, which I've already made, and that's for the centre, what I call the spindle. We've got some fasteners, set screw, 3 bearings. So it's time to start building it, I guess. I'm really looking forward to making this. Going to have to hit these. There's internal bores, internal bore here. It's going to be you have to hit them quite spot on the knocker in the dimensions. So just take me time. I'm sure I'll get there pretty easy. Well, hopefully anyway. So let's get on with it, eh? We'll start off by facing this off here. I'll turn the insert around. Nice new clean. Nice new insert, new corner anyway. That's real good shit. Thought that was that blunt bastard. Bloody hell, I put that. Picked up the Allen key, thought it was a telescoping gauge. Pretty switched on, eh? Still a ways to go yet. Another 60 thou to come out roughly. So 64 thou rough, so 30. See what happens. So I'm 0.10 up, a 0.10 to go. So translate that into thou, because I'm hopeless in metric. 4 thou up. So if I dial in 2 thou, I should be right. So that's 1, that's 2. Ooh. Very nice looking finish in there, but that can't be helped right this moment, and it is going to be hidden with a bearing. So, like a good plumber, bury the mistakes. Quick check for these digital suckers. Ooh, it's telling me 2601. Ooh. Okay. That's 2603. I'm going to call it and just hope the cross is right. It wants to start. Oh, we're going to leave that right alone. Well, I don't like that finish at all in there, and I can't do anything about it. It's not bad, but it's just not super smooth. But the bearing is going to be covering it, so shouldn't be worried about it too much. I've got to break this edge, and I've got to reduce this down, this diameter here, all the way to about, I think it's 5 mil from the end or whatever it is. So you have to do it in 2 stages. So machine down as far as I can here, and when I turn it around to do the bore on the other side, I'll have to use a left hand turning tool and blend it in. So that's about all I can do there. Anyway, I'll double check myself on the plans, make sure I haven't forgotten anything. 10 thou to come off this to bring this down a dimension. Hopefully this should leave me about 2 thou to, when I turn it around and do this last little bit, it'll leave me 2 thou to sort of sand back and blend in with a bit of emery. So if there is if you do see where the two places join, I'll be able to blend it. But I've got to flip it and try and clock it in dead true. So it's telling me I'm 0.06 up. So a bit of time, some emery, I'll get that down just neat. Not too sure if you can see the dial there or not. This is a TEDS indicator. So each number is 1 thou. So you can see it's actually just sitting there. I've got that dialed in absolutely dead true. So a cup of tea and a cigarette and a bit of time, you can get it. Try and black that light out a bit, see if you can see that dial. So, fiddly bastard, I tell you. Took a bit of time. So we're within a tenth. I'm pretty shocked that I actually got it. Well, in the process of turning this around in the chuck, I forgot to measure the overall length. So, and I can't get the verniers or anything down in there to measure it properly. So what I've done, I've got a parallel stuck along the edge of the end of the part, and gently set another parallel down there, and then put just a tiny little wedge, just holding that against the back of here, against the back face. Then come in with the digital verniers. I can hold this without getting my head in the camera. Hands all over the joint. I can bump it up. So I've got 117 thou, 118 thou to come off. I've also set a 0 on the dial indicator down here too, so I'll run off that to get the right measurement, or close to, and then I'll double check it again. Come here there, you little sucker. So you do, you make do with what you got. Try and fix your mistakes. Oh shit. Still set on 0 there. Yep, good to go. Well, I've just done a measurement on that, and boy geez, I'm glad I bloody stopped, because I'm right on the money. I thought I had another 5 thou to go, but nope, not the case. Anyway, I might do this centre bore now for the bearing to fit in there. And then I can do this outside, which I want to do last because I'm putting it off because it's going to be a pain in the ass to do. Anyway, it's got to be done. I'm a bit of a dick. I moved the camera. I've never put the camera in this position before. I moved it, turned the camera on, didn't press record. Anyway, I hope it's not going to be too vibraty or shaky or whatever where it's sitting. Just going to give it a try. I've got to open this up for a bearing to fit in here, so I've got quite a ways to go yet. Still got another, I think it's 178 thou to come out, so we'll give her a go. Okay, a bit of a confession time. I'm certainly following in Tommy Gunn's footsteps doing this bore here. I measured it and I was close, and I only had roughly about 10 thou to go. But what I done, instead of splitting it in half, I just put 10 into the dial. Anyway, I ended up screwing it up and went oversized. So what I've done the same as what Tommy did, is made up another, I bored out a fraction more, and then put a sleeve in there, Loctited a sleeve in there, and then machined it back out again. A total right pain in the ass to do, but so that'll try and make a whole new one, which I wasn't overly keen on doing that either. But so this sleeve will probably only be about 15 thou thick by the time I finished. I've got about 40 thou to take out, so 20 thou a side. So yeah, bit of a pain in the ass. Took a few hours. Anyway, shit happens. Not much you can do about it, is there? Once the damage is done, the damage is done. Well, we finally got there in the end with that bore. You can't really notice the sleeve in there, which is pretty darn good. I'm pretty happy about that. So, don't know how I'm going to do this now. So I actually stuck it in the chuck further than I wanted to before. I've got to take this inside shoulder out here, so I'll take it down, sorry, make it narrow. Yeah, that was a shit of an afternoon. We're here at the mill drill. got the indexing fixture set up on the homemade angle block, which is reasonably close. Wouldn't say it's 100%, but it's close. I found center and then set up an indicator down here, and moved across to put the 4 holes in. I can lock the spindle on this, so I can just go, I've got a plate here I made up, it's got 8 holes on it, so I just go every second hole, and then just index around, get the 4 holes put in there. I'll clock this in. This is a cheap shit eBay chuck. The retainer that actually holds the screw, they're pretty crap. I'll just grab one to show you. This is what they are. So that goes up from the back. You've probably all seen them anyway. And hold the screw in. You can see that one's flared out. It's pretty poorly made. This one's got a relief in it. So with the relief, it allows the 2 sides to flare out, and then the screw binds up. So I machined a quick one up yesterday. I went to use the chuck, and of course it's not working. One jaw wasn't working properly, so I machined that up, pressed it in, and it's as good as gold now. So I can see I have to do the other 3. Well, I've already done, this is the second one I've done, so only got 2 to go. When they screw up, I'll fix them too. But anyway, I've clocked this in spot on. I found centre, moved across, and ready to drill the holes. Now these call for a fairly good clearance hole, which it has to be for when you go to put the tool on centre. So anyway, hope you can work out what I mean there. I'm having trouble working myself out. So I'm going to spot these, then I'll go around, I'll spot them, I'll double check them, and then yeah, we'll drill them. I'm pretty happy the way that sleeve come up. It come out better than what I expected. With a little chamfer there, you can't even notice it has got a sleeve in there. For the people who have bought the plans off Tommy, you'll notice that this boss here is longer than what it should be. I decided to leave mine a bit longer. When the way I done the procedure, I would have had to cut this back and try and blend it into this face, which I wasn't overly keen on, because I knew it wouldn't have matched it up perfect. and it would have looked shit house. So I've decided to keep mine a bit longer there. I have ordered some ball nose end mills, and I'll probably have a go putting a couple of decorative Duvalaki doovies on there. Just see how I go there. I may even just leave it plain yet, I don't know. Anyway, that's it. Coming along nicely.